What's going on, guys? My name is Jack,
I'm Richie.
and today we are chopping it up.
Do you want to start off with introductions?
I think we should. Do you want to go first?
Yeah. Since it is a new show, for those who don't know me, I'm Richard Young, current president of NEU Esports, and I play video games.
That's the assumption. My name is Jack Shirok. I'm a junior here as well, and I'm the socials guy for NAU Esports, and I also happen to play video games.
Dude, sweet. So, I guess the main question is how did you get here?
How did we get here right
let's
now?
go with the first game you ever played and then to now.
That is the classic question. First game that I actually felt competitive with was stuff on the Wii for sure. Mario Bros, Mario Kart, racing games. I was definitely a big racing game fan. And Lego Star Wars. Those are the games I really, as a kid, put a lot of hours into. And then over time, I got pretty into Rocket League. I wasn't too good at COD and stuff. It was a little bit too fast paced for me, I guess, and I just didn't want to drop the band on it every year. And now, honestly, I'm just liking the party games. The multiplayer game market right now is definitely in a bit of a tough spot just with the Fortnite cosmetic money wave ever since that came around. So, I don't know. I've been liking Smash Bros. I play Destiny 2. Really trying to get back into Rocket League. But yeah, not too much of a competitive gamer myself.
Yeah.
I'm more of the recreational gamer. How about you?
So I could say I'm kind of the opposite. Like how you said, you're more of the rec kind of player. I guess first game I technically played was probably something on my DS. What is it? Kind of like Nintendogs. It was like Nintendogs because I had two older sisters, so I kind of just wasn't able to pick the games I wanted to play. It was mostly just I got to play whatever they played when they weren't playing. So Animal Crossing was pretty big, and then I'm gonna say third grade. I started playing Black Ops 1. I played Zombies on Ascension. I remember Ascension. That's still my favorite Zombies map of all time. That might be a hot take, but
What the fans comment on that one.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, had a great time playing that. Had my mom get me Call of Duty and started competing around Black Ops 3 and with a couple buddies from my school. And we just playing online tournaments. And yeah, dude, been competing ever since. Ended up finding out that NEU had an esports club, joined it my freshman year, and have been competing the past 3 years on the Call of Duty team, and it's been nothing but fun. So that's how I kind of got here. But yeah.
You gotta love the competition that comes from video games. I swear it gives you the same high as actual sports do.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
One for your mom, one for Pokemon Go.
I swear I put on Do Not Disturb already. That's the second time it's happened today.
That's a weird habit to do, to just without thinking, turn your ringer back on.
Yeah. But it's not even turning the ringer off. It's I have to do the Do Not Disturb. So it sends it to me silently.
Okay.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's I thought I already had that with the vibration, but obviously not. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, since we have this little space, we've got a lot of freedom with this podcast. So why don't we start talking what we really want from this podcast and what it's actually going to be?
Yeah, I mean, I could talk about it just pretty much on what the visions I have for it.
Yeah.
So obviously, me and you talking, it's pretty cool.
Just
fun.
chopping it up.
Yeah, just chopping it up. But we have already planned a pretty cool guest for the next episode, which is going to be a lot of fun because it's going to be a different perspective that we're going to have.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be really cool to bring in some varsity captains and have them talk about their season against other schools and how their teamwork is going and pretty much their day-to-day operations as a team and how they pretty much just explain it in terms for people who don't really know the process of competing and get them to get the awareness going.
Mm-hmm. Awareness definitely is the big thing. It probably is the biggest thing for esports just because of the demographic that it really targets and how it's younger and not older, and most often the older people. in this world, or control some of the bigger places that something like esports can really get to.
Yeah.
I think this podcast is definitely just going to be that. It's just going to be a social space to talk about the subject itself. I really do, like, especially with this first guest that we're going to have on, I really do see the excitement of just bringing on different perspectives, opening up some eyes to esports a bit. I don't know if the mics picked that up, but that's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Esports is fun. Video games are fun. So we want to keep it that way, and we want to also give it the respect it deserves and really make people see that you can, if you treat something like this seriously, just like anything, it can be your future.
Yeah. Like, piggybacking off of that, I think it'd be really cool to, like, bring somebody in that has a career in esports.
Yeah.
Like, we have a couple friends that are part of esports and chose that to be their career, and they're pretty successful. So yeah, I think it'd be really cool to just get also just another perspective on that too.
The industry is pretty tight. Maybe just because it's kind of small, and a lot of people, like, I guess just like everything, it is about knowing people.
I feel like that's about everything, though.
Yeah, I guess that isn't really an esports exclusive. The only thing that really is pretty exclusive to esports is just that it hasn't been off the ground for that long. I mean, video games have only been mainstream for like 30 years.
Yeah.
And that is a short amount of time for it to be as big as it currently is. But, also not enough time for something like the topic of esports itself to be truly, on something like ESPN.
Yeah.
Has that happened before?
I'm not too sure. It's got to happen with, like, Dota 2 or, like, League of Legends, if anything.
Yeah, or, like, maybe CS, but I feel like they wouldn't put guns up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is also one of the biggest drawbacks with esports, is a lot of them have FPSs, and a lot of organizations don't like guns.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
It may, yeah, we can get, that's a whole nother episode that we can get into that.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, a really cool thing that we can touch on is just the collegiate atmosphere that we have here. Like, right now we're kind of set up at the Advanced Media Lab, which we have 12 computers where all the students come in, they can play a game, do homework on.
Soon to be more than 12.
Yeah.
We're hoping, fingers crossed.
Yeah, we've been told, rumor around the street, that there are going to be 12 new computers, but don't know when they're coming in, so got to be patient with it, but they're donated, so we're grateful for whenever they come in.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, for this being so student-run and being such a passion project, anything we get is such a blessing, and we always do treat it as so. So,
yeah.
The next thing that comes in, get excited.
Right? But, yeah, let's talk about I feel like it'd be really fun to talk about just your experience so far with, like, running socials, because that was that was, like, my, like, bread and butter for, what was it, 2 years?
I'd say 2, yeah.
Yeah, so, how's it been going for you so far? Because I know you just started on it.
Yeah, I mean, pretty good. I had experience in this kind of thing before, and now even more with running it, as well as, like NAU athletics and stuff right now, even though I'm still pretty new to that. It's really fun, The coolest thing about an organization like this and its demographic is that you can have fun with it. So one of those things that you can have fun with is the brand voice. I've been keeping it relatively to the point and professional, but like on Twitter and stuff like that, that's a good time.
Yeah.
And those are the kind of things that are, like what gain attention. Obviously, you want to be straight to the point on social media and get the message out. But if you want to grow and you want a following and not just awareness, I think the personality is pretty important.
Yeah.
It's really not too hard either, and it's nice to have a team of people that are also involved in it. I would just like to see where it goes,
Yeah.
With your graphics that you've been making, been pretty cool. That has also definitely helped. I am doing less, it takes less work to do the socials when I'm doing it compared to when you were doing it, just because I'm not making the graphics and we don't have, a team of 12 people anymore, which I think is a good idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think one of the biggest things also is being able to incorporate other types of content over to something like Instagram. I would say that's our main platform that we like to promote. So stuff like this, when we get this podcast, live, we can throw that on there. Other YouTube content. That's also one of the biggest things that I would love. That I think would really show a lot of personality is some YouTube content. Like if the Rocket League boys played 3v3 futsal or something like that.
Yeah, dude.
That would be so funny.
Yeah.
Just get out of the chair, get out of the lab for a little bit.
Yeah.
How's the role of presidency fitting? How are those shoes?
Honestly, I was like really nervous when I first got it because like I've been an officer for 2 years. I've been a member for the past 3 years. This is my 4th year as a member. So, you can never say you're ever really fully prepared for anything. Yeah. And this is definitely the challenge I really wanted to take because I felt like I could be a leader in this position. I feel like I was very passionate about this club and I really want this club to succeed. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so far it's just been like a bunch of meetings and that's pretty much it. Like I'm a little bit more hands off of the competing side since I'm no longer competing for Call of Duty team. But with all that time that I spent competing, now I'm able to put it into the club and help the overall just what's the word I'm looking for? The overall just community. Yeah, I guess so. But I'd say I just have a really good team behind me. Like Alyssa as VP, she does a great job on like making sure I don't forget about certain things, and like keeping things running. Yeah. Whenever I'm not around. Yeah. And just having to like now we have 4 community officers when we used to only have 2. So our events are coming out. They're ripping quick. We got like 2 to 3 events a week now. And I was like, usually we had like only 1 a month. So like almost like having 5 times more of the events that we used to have is just insane.
Yeah, the crew of officers we have this time around really seem passionate, and everybody seems to be, a bit competitive to see what they can really do for this club, and that is the best thing you can ask for. A competitive team that's not only competing against other programs, other schools, but with each other, basically, just to see some output is literally the best thing you can ask for.
So, okay, let's say you're a freshman. Put yourself in the eyes that you're a freshman right now. Just learned about the club, scrolling on Instagram, scrolling on TikTok, wherever this is on, wherever medium. What is the one thing you would say about this club that differentiates us from the others and like why they should like be in ours and like be super involved?
Well, it's something that you can kind of pick up at any time. And video games, that's a topic of its own, but each game itself is usually pretty different to one another. And one of the best things about this club is that we are, I wouldn't use the word all-inclusive, but we're very inviting. I think we've got a pretty good crew around here. We've got 13 or 1,400 members like in our Discord, so there's a lot of people that you can just reach out with, and it's all to your own comfort level. You can be as involved or as uninvolved as you want. You can just hop in the Discord. Hey, do you guys want to run a couple matches on Rocket League? Do you guys want to watch this tournament going on? Or you want to go as far as to pitching an idea of a partnership or setting up at some kind of tournament on the 12 computers for a certain time. You really are the lab and the tools that we have being a student-made thing, everything is at your disposal. So the potential is probably the biggest thing that I would see. So, if you have ideas, you just got to bring it forward.
Yeah. Now, I want to piggyback off of that. Like, the great thing is that, like, we have a competitive side to our club, and then we also have, like, the casual side. Like how we said, like, we have all those, we have 2 to 3 weekly events happening. Mm-hmm. So if competing isn't really your thing, there's a lot of opportunities where you can just meet other, like, lumberjacks who just love to play video games. Yeah. And I think that's just such a cool, like, experience, and it's just a cool opportunity, Like, there's, like, other clubs where they have certain niches, but, like, I feel like our club can be generally for everybody.
Yeah. Video games are just a good hangout thing, Like, when Fortnite blew up, you were in the same party chat as people you would never think you were going to talk to like that before. Yeah. I mean, you were talking about it earlier today, like, that's how you met your first people at NAU before even coming to campus before your freshman year. That's You said May. That's before your senior year of high school even ends.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I can talk about that too since
Fire
so
away.
Freshman year I was like looking around for clubs and found NEU Esports, joined the Discord, and then got connected with a bunch of the other guys in the community, in the Call of Duty community, and we fielded a team. And starting from May, we already started scrimmaging other schools that have already had teams, and it was super cool because I'm from California, you are too, but going like with the intentions of already going to the school in Arizona, I already had 4 friends, and I haven't even met them in person, or I haven't even been in the state yet.
Yeah.
So it was just a super cool experience to just already know that I had friends coming onto campus.
Yeah, it is a reassuring thing. College is a big step in your life. It's when you move away from home. So having people to be able to back that is a very nice thing.
Yeah.
And that's what we do here.
Yeah.
So.
All right. I'm going to ask you a quick question.
Fire away.
What's your biggest hot take when it comes to like video games? Like, what's one video game you feel like you really like, but nobody else liked?
I would say Destiny 2, but I don't even like that game. I play it and I don't like it, and that's the common complaint.
I feel like
from the community.
everybody who's addicted to like a video game will say like,
They
don't
hate
play it. It's the worst game ever.
Yeah.
But they have hundreds and hundreds of hours in it.
Yeah, it's because they know the ins and outs of it. I don't really think I have too many gaming hot takes. I guess one of them, okay. I don't think League of Legends is entertaining. Is that a hot take? That's hot for the wrong reasons.
It just looks like a bunch of ants fighting to me.
It does. It's so high up there, and it's just like, I just hit the triple omega bonzo bean.
The Bonzo beam.
It's like, oh my god! And like nothing changed on the screen,
Yeah, it's just, honestly, I just see a bunch of like clouds and like just like it's just covered because it's just super overwhelming what's happening. Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, I went to our watch party last year for Worlds, that was a blast. Like I got to sit down with Jeremy, who's our advisor, and he was just explaining to me the whole how the game works, and it was just super interesting. But what I can say that will trigger a lot of League of Legends players is that League of Legends is Clash Royale, pretty much Clash Royale. Take their tower, don't let them take yours. That's pretty much it.
And then go down one of the 3 lanes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess Clash Royale kind of has 2.
Yeah.
Unless you're
but the same. But it's pretty much the same objective. Like, take their towers, don't let them take yours. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it gets very deep into strategies and like the other concepts of the game. But that's the very basic, like bare bones, like way to win.
Yeah. I guess this kind of veers away from the subject, also the subject of hot takes, but I kind of just want to put this out there. Did you ever see that they have esports in the Olympics now?
Yeah, I did. I was always thinking that they're going to be like Call of Duty or League of Legends, but it's like Robo. It's like,
that's what I was going to say. They have a sailing game.
Yeah.
Like who's doing the sailing sim?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't either. And like that just like kind of goes to show that the people running these big orgs just low-key don't understand.
Yeah.
That's not esports.
No.
I mean, no offense to all the sailing gamers out there, but if you're looking for money, which is what they are looking for, sailing is not it.
It's got to be. I want to see some Rocket League. I want to hear some. This is Rocket League.
This is Rocket League.
That'd be so lit at the Olympics,
dude. Justin.
That'd be so lit.
Yeah, that just wrapped up this summer, Worlds. Like a month ago.
Yeah,
maybe. I was pretty excited about that. That's the only esports I am pretty hard stuck on keeping up on. I do like to watch it all. Like CS:GO is pretty hype. That's one of the big ones.
Yeah.
Valorant, of course.
Dude, you got to get into COD.
Yeah,
I feel like people don't give COD its flowers. Like the thing is, I don't enjoy playing it anymore. I used to. I've played it for so many years. But there's something about being at that LAN. Like I've been to a couple LANs where it's just like so much fun to just watch and like see these pros playing because like the whole community is so close with each other. It's like like pretty much the basic fan knows every single professional player's like first name.
Yeah.
which is crazy because
Yeah.
they'll be like, "Let's go, Byron," and you're just like, "What the heck?" You know,
Yeah.
this kid doesn't even know you exist, and you're calling him by his first name. You know, but it's like I think it's just so funny, and it gets like so turned.
Yeah, they be letting in like pro players, like in other sports, you'll see pro players as young as 18 and then as old as like 40, 42, 43 and certain stuff. There are pro players in esports like Rocket League. That kid that won Worlds, Zen. That kid was barely 16.
Dude, that is insane.
That was like his first RLCS appearance. That tournament, or maybe the major right before, I think, was his first appearance.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I mean, because like video games is something you pick up at a young age. Same with sports, I guess. You'll do that when you're 5 years old, 6 years old, running up some t-ball or something like that. Did you play any sports growing up? Just like regular sports, to get off the topic of E.
Yeah. I played soccer. I played a little bit of soccer. Played some baseball, and did wrestling for a year.
You're a wrestler, huh?
A little bit.
That's the guy calling me right now. He was a big wrestler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wrestling's crazy, man.
What about you? Because I know you played baseball.
Yeah, I was a soccer and baseball kid growing up for sure. Always just stuck to those two.
It's pretty much the same.
Yeah, I was definitely like known to be sporty growing up, I guess.
E-sporty now.
Yeah, it was like wake up, go to school, go do sports, and then go do esports. That was the daily rotation.
Yeah.
I'd
You never asked me what my hot take was, and I was like dying to say it, but it's all right.
What if I don't
care,
ask you?
If you don't care, then it's okay.
What's your hot take, Richie?
A lot of people like.
Shut up.
I can only really have I have a very strong opinion about COD,
Okay.
and I'm not gonna lie. The most fun I've had competing in COD was during Ghost, and a lot of people hated Call of Duty Ghost, but I think that was one of the best CODs ever made. A lot of people argue Black Ops 4. I didn't personally really like Black Ops 4, so that's another hot take, I guess. But just something. There was a 3-gun meta in that game, which is like very rare for CODs nowadays. It's always a 2-gun meta, which is like, I don't know, just very rare. But yeah, Ghost has to be top 3 best CODs.
Yeah, I get just bad luck with the Call of Duties, man. Like Black Ops 4 came out, and then I bought the game like 2 weeks after release, still the full $60. I bought it for because it was split screen, and then the night I played it one night, never picked it up again. Wasted $60 on that game. I don't know what it is. Also, I guess it's kind of not really a hot take. This is a lukewarm one. Multiplayer games are carried by the people that you play them with. As far as the actual entertainment value, not skill. Like, the reason certain games, bring in the money, the multiplayer ones at least, are just because of the people that you play with. Not a lot of the times, you're extremely ecstatic, you're laughing, you're happy, you're having a great time because of like a good play in a game. Because you're not going to get that very often. If
unless you're
everybody's
like me,
competing
though.
at your skill level, you're okay, yeah, unless you're itchy. The people in party chat make that. And also, one thing that adds onto the entertainment value is the bugs. Like, bugs in a game are one of the most entertaining things that are out there as well.
Yeah.
Too bad the games are coming out with too much of them now, where they aren't fun. But like when old bugs, when like a character's arm would just stretch out 10 feet for some reason, like that's a classic.
Yeah.
Also, one field that isn't talked about enough in the industry of esports is VR. I'm a big VR advocate. I don't know. That's kind of a difficult thing just because it's also just much newer. The big boom of VR was at the second half of the 2010s. And, I think the big thing was probably the Oculus, especially the Quest 2. The sales on that were nuts. Like, when you line up the sales of Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and VR for all this new gen stuff, I'm pretty sure the Quest 2 outsold the series for the Xbox Series consoles.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know that.
Obviously, PS5 is at top.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure out of those, Xbox was 4th in the race. That's why Starfield is a big deal right now.
Yeah.
We're recording this on September 6th, 2022.
Oh, yeah.
So
2023.
2023. I don't know why I just said that.
I feel like I always got stuck with that. Like, I remember, like, when I was younger in middle school, I would always, like, you know, it was, like, right when we got back from school. It was, like, January, like, first day back from winter break.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say, like, it was this year. I'd always be writing 2022. And it would
Yeah.
be, like, a month straight of just writing 2022. I was just, like, and then I had to scribble out the 2.
It's just habit.
Because my, like, pencils never had erasers. I don't know why. I just felt like, you know.
Did you eat them?
Probably. No.
Yeah, were you an eraser eater?
No.
Were you the type to play with your food?
I was definitely the kid at the corner of the classroom blowing my nose for like half the class.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I was probably the one that would hold in my sneeze for too long, and then just big little snot rocket on my elbow, or like when that happens, you just like hold your elbow to your face.
Yeah,
like you're not hiding that.
Yeah,
everybody
like,
knows.
What do I do with this?
You gross kid. Get out of my classroom. Go to the bathroom or something.
Okay. I'm not saying this from experience, okay? But were you the kid that would like I would always see kids that, I don't know, I went to a weird school, but like do you ever have kids like chew on their collar? Like
yes.
Right here, and then it would just be soaked?
I have seen that, dude. My phone is blowing up right now.
Famous guy over here.
I don't know what it is. I've been really the buzzing of the phone has been pretty anxiety producing recently. Maybe it's just today because of the amount of buzzies I'm getting. Sometimes, guys, you got to put down the phone and pick up the controller.
100%.
But to get back on topic.
Or read a book.
Or go read a book. Go touch
or
some
watch
grass.
this podcast.
Hey, there you go. Chop it up. Spotify, Apple Music. I don't know. Hulu. We are making a documentary, and it'll be on the Hulu. Yeah. Behind the curtains. I did see kids doing that. Munching on the shirt. Did you ever try it just to see what it was like? Because some of those kids, like,
I definitely did. I would lie if I say I didn't.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
it was only like once or twice though.
Yeah, I was just like, your shirt's wet. Your neck's all wet from doing it. So it's just like,
yeah,
you do you, bud.
Were you ever like head down on the table or chin down on the desk? You give yourself a hickey.
Oh no.
You weren't tracking on that one?
No.
I mean, I didn't do that, but somebody did.
I was definitely the kid that would, like, when we played Heads Up 7-Up, I would definitely be peeking under the desk to see what shoes they were wearing,
Okay.
Definitely scheming.
Yeah. You seem like you're a screen peeker then.
I was a screen peek. No, I definitely was a screen peeker.
I mean, a lot of people, you can't not screen peek sometimes.
You're a liar if you say you don't screen peek.
Yeah. It's like, what a competitive advantage that is.
Oh, it's huge.
I used to make these hide and seek worlds with in Minecraft. I should have said that probably. I used to make hide and seek worlds.
Yeah.
I used to produce
in my own head.
I am God.
In my own head.
Yeah. I used to make these like mazes and like cops and robbers or like tag in Minecraft where you get like certain potions. There's like chests around the map, and what we would do, since we would play it split screen, sometimes we would literally like put something in between two screens and just like sit super close. Like if I was having a sleepover, like playing with my little sister or something like that, put like a cardboard like flap, on the middle screen part. Screen peeking is the bane of certain games.
It's the key to victory.
It is the key to victory.
How we?
But at what cost?
How are we doing on time?
Let's check. Right now it's 4:19.
Okay.
And we'll be right back.
Right back.
And we're back.
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Let's hear it.
If you were to put two games, mash them together into one, what would it be? And don't say Splitgate.
Yeah, Portal and Halo.
I said don't.
Dude, that's a good question. Let's go with... I'm going to go with... Overwatch and Cyberpunk.
Overwatch and Cyberpunk?
Like, what if we got the vibes from Cyberpunk and then put it into, like...
What if there's vehicles in Overwatch? There's, like, big team maps.
There's, like, a payload.
Okay.
You don't, like, ride it around because it's, like, super slow. It's the objective.
And there is that one map where, like, the cars are just zooming on the highway.
Yeah, but you don't want to ride on those. You die.
Oh, yeah. But you'll get flattened.
Yeah. What about you, though? Dude, that's such a hard question.
Yeah.
It's so hard to think of on the spot.
Yeah. That's something that does require some thought.
Rocket League and...
The classic thought.
Portal. No.
Rocket League with guns.
Imagine you can just take teleporters, and like go through them with your car.
Yeah.
That'd be
Teleport
crazy.
the ball.
That'd be game changing. That's what they should do with Rocket League 2.
They have Rumble.
Uh-huh.
I would like to see a mashup of something like Dark Souls and Minecraft. Okay. I would like to see more weapons. Like the shield was one of the biggest things that Minecraft could have ever done. And I would like to see some cool bosses and cool dungeons and cool loot to get. Because they've got that going for them. I'm sure they won't just because it's like copying other games. They're just on the cusp. But if they just do that and have some health bars up there, man, Minecraft could be such a classic. You know? I mean, it already is, you know? It really is, but...
It's got to be like one of the most popular games ever.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's still the most... Like, it's still like, you still see kids wearing Minecraft shirts. You still see kids rocking the Creeper. Do
you ever have any merch? Any Minecraft merch?
Minecraft merch?
Minecraft swag?
I kind of feel like I did. I must have. But I don't remember. I do remember my first time playing Minecraft and what an experience that was, early Minecraft.
Yeah.
Very cool. And I remember Christmas or something like that, my mom handed me like a little piece of paper and it was just like login info. I was like, what is this? Yeah. She's like, go check the iMac or whatever.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
That was a classic. On the 360, man. Just ripping two wired controllers. They had those like mini controllers. Played on one of those at my friend's house. Good mem there. Good mem.
Yeah.
I can't really think of any other mashup games though, because it is kind of difficult.
Yeah, I feel like they're just all super unique in their own ways.
Madden and Call of Duty.
Get out of my way.
Yeah. Blue 42 set on.
Yeah.
This is America. I think that's why VR is also a cool thing to look into, is because of the unique games. There's a lot of music-oriented games too, like Beat Saber, and that's the biggest one. There's one where you can like literally DJ. There's one where you punch to the beat. Pretty good workout. I don't know about you, but I'd be sweating to damage my products. So, like, I broke my like wireless earbuds a year ago from running on the tread. So,
did you just fall out of your ear, or?
No, I literally like was listening on them, and then all I heard was like a bzz, and then boom, stopped working. Sucks.
Wait, crazy question. I just thought of it. Best soundtrack in a video game.
Good question. I think you got to bring up Halo.
Really?
That is quite the classic. Do you want me to cheat, though?
I think I got you beat.
I might have you beat as well. Do you want to go first?
We might be thinking of the same game then.
Say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Guitar
Cuphead.
Hero 3.
Oh, Cuphead.
Cuphead? That's very interesting.
What
makes you say that?
I'm really big into jazz, and that's like pretty much all that it is.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't know, you're playing it and you're in the zone. It's like, you're just like, oh,
yeah.
You know, it's like one of the hardest games, and you're just like, you're raging, but it's like, it's fine.
I still never beat it
because it's like jazz,
dude. And it's like, and begin. You know, that game has the vibes set, yo.
Yeah.
And then they released that DLC like, not last summer or this past summer, like the one before, where they like added a third character and a new island or something like that. Yeah, it was a pretty big DLC.
When we go back to the apartment, we got to play some freaking Cuphead.
That would be a good time. I'm definitely down. I've got it on my Xbox.
I have it on my Switch. So
on your Switch,
yeah,
that's got to be difficult to play on the Switch.
Oh, it's pretty difficult.
It's got to be harder.
I mean, if you have it on your Xbox, probably play it on the Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping to upgrade soon. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the land of video games, man. Also, Human Fall Flat. Have you played that game?
Nope.
Personal fave. Do you know anything about it?
Nope.
Okay. Definitely worth looking on the marketplace. It's just like, honestly, I guess I'd call it a platformer adventure game, but the animations are so goofy. Like, have you played Gang Beasts?
Yeah, I played Gang Beasts.
The movement is like just like that. The characters move just like that.
So it's just like slime. That's just like how they like.
All you have is move around, jump, and stick your hands to things.
Uh-huh.
And you have to maneuver their levels. And some of them are pretty funny and intricate, and they have like Easter eggs and stuff. Pretty good time.
Dude, sick.
Yeah. Maybe next time we should talk about games that we should develop.
That we should what?
We should develop.
Like make
game
our own
ideas.
video game?
Make our own video game day.
It'd be fun.
Yeah. I mean, like we said earlier, next podcast episode, we've got our first guest lined up. Should be pretty exciting. Should definitely bring an awesome perspective to the topic of esports. Very excited for that one. Hopefully, fingers crossed, no technical difficulties. We get audio. It sounds good. We get video. It looks good. We should be getting clipping content. We should be getting some stuff going, some assets. So, if there's anybody listening out there and they want to have their voice heard, or if you guys just want to come and chop it up, slide up on wherever this is posted. Let us know. Reach out. We'll be happy
DM us or anything. All of our social media accounts are pretty much NAU Esports all across all platforms.
Yep.
We respond pretty quick, I'd say. Mm-hmm. So reach out, say what's up. Say you're interested in coming on the pod, and we can chop it up.
Yeah, well, without further adu, thanks, guys, for listening. I was Jack.
And I'm Richie.
And thank you for listening to us chop it up. See you next time.
Thea.